Assalamu alaikum. This is Aruj Muzaffar from the Department of English, University of Southern Punjab. We had been going through multiple topics regarding what is the significance of our document, how we should write a document, and what is the method or what is the approach that we should develop for writing a document. Today's lecture is the last one in the series of what is the significance of a document, or it is related to the idea, to the phenomena that what is the significance of formatting into our document, as we have discussed it previously into our lecture into the form of a subheading. Today we are going to discuss it, that why we should be careful about formatting of a document into the detailed form. The introductory portion, or the point that you need to consider over here, is that in any professional, academic, or creative context, the way a document looks often leads to, or the is the impression it is about what the document is going to speak to you just as loudly as the words of it contains. But basically, formatting is about the idea that what the document is going to be about. Formatting is the face that we as a reader get through the phenomena, or the topic about which the document is. So formatting is basically the process of organizing text and visuals on a page, which plays a crucial role in ensuring that a document is readable, credible, and visually appealing. It involves the idea, it involves the readability, it involves multiple points that are included into the font choices, spacing, alignments, headings, margins, and overall layout. While many people focus primarily on the content of their writing, proper focus and proper space should be given into this point as well, that our formatting is something which is equally important, because it reflects and tells us that our document is something which is going to get its shape or its meaning with the help of its format, because it reflects our professionalism, uniformity, and the outlook that we get across it. This professionalism enhances comprehension and shapes the reader's perception of the message or the idea that he is going to describe about. A well formatted document not only communicates ideas, it also presents a uniformity of ideas in an effective way. It also demonstrates a respect for the audience and attention to detail, because obviously first and foremost attraction that we are going to get out of that document is of the layout that the writer has used. Being careful about document formatting is essential for several reasons, because it affects readability. It affects that what we are going to understand and what is going to be our idea out of it, what it conveys, and what is our level of professionalism and uniformity, because it maintains and tells us about our consistency, not only into our writing but into our personalities as well. It supports accessibility and can even influence evaluation in academic or workplace settings as well. So basically, our today's lecture is going to be about the idea that we will together explore these dimensions in depth, showing that how formatting contributes to success of a document, and why formatting is so much essential to make our document more appealable or more perfectly designed for the reading, and why writers should always approach it with care. Well, starting from the point that what is the body of formatting, because this is a point that is about the idea that enhances readability and understanding. The primary purpose of formatting is to make our document easy to read and comprehend. Even the most insightful content can lose its impact if it is presented in a cluttered or confusing layout, or our paragraphs are not properly aligned and there is a lot of line spacing or things like this. because readers naturally respond better to information that is clearly organized and is properly arranged and visually balanced and logically structured. Of course, the content holds a great significance, but the format in which such information is conveyed is also equally important, because formatting provides visual cues that guide readers through the text. It helps us, and it's helping them identify where sections begin and where they end, which ideas are going to be focused, which are ideas are more important, and what is the chronology that has been focused or applied over the document, and how the argument progresses. For example, headings and subheadings act as a signposts. They help us understand that what is the idea that is going to be conveyed, what is the what is the opinion which is going to be valued more into writing of a document or an essay or something which is described in it, helping the readers navigate complex reports and essays. The bullet points are the points that are numbered list breakup of dense paragraphs, making them to stand as the key ideas, which are consistent in line spacing and prevent the text from appearing crumpled, such as the margins that ensure that adequate white space, and the visuals which are reduced because of the fatigue. Even something as simple as an essay or of bolding keywords is something which gives an impression in a more better or sophisticated way. For example, italicizing of the titles helps us emphasize the important information without overwhelming the reader, and he gets the idea that what is the significance of the idea that has been presented to the reader. In contrast to a in contrast to a poorly formatted document, a properly formatted document gives a better impression, which can cause relaxation and more efficient reading, instead of having a poorly document which can cause confusion and disengagements. Imagine reading a report written in a tiny font with no paragraph breaks, inconsistent alignment, and random capitalization. The content might be excellent, but the chaotic presentation is going to lead to its failure, and such presentation would likely discourage the readers from engaging fully, and they won't get the idea or the meaning that the writer has in his mind. Thus, careful formatting directly supports the clarity and effectiveness of the communication, and if our information is not properly broken out into the properly formatted paragraphs, our essay, our written composition, our article is not going to get its shape. And formatting conveys, of course, consistency, professionalism, and credibility into both academic and professional environments. The appearance of a document reflects the writer's level of maturity and seriousness, and the efforts which he had made for the competence of making that document available or readable for the audience. A well formatted document signals that the writer values organization and the process of its uniformity and precision, and qualities that are more highly regarded as compared to the things or those points that are available into haphazard readings. For example, the employers, teachers, and clients, they often form their first impression based on the presentation which is made before them, and even before reading the document, they get the idea that what is it about, is the font size and the formatting of the content is properly presented or not. For instance, in a job setting, a neatly formatted report or business proposal can influence decision making. It may happen that the decision gets into favor or reverses, because when a company submits a proposal to a potential client, the visuals consist of a great importance and significance. The visual design and consistency of the document communicates that what is the level of professionalism and reliability that the company holds over them, and it captures the attention to each and every detail. Similarly, in academic writing, adhering to a recognized formatting style such as the styles that have been mentioned as APA or MLA or Chicago style, they demonstrate that the author respects the settled standards and scholarly conventions and understands the maturity that is needed to be realized and the importance of intellectual rigor over it. On the other hand, or in, we may say, like in contrast to it, the careless formatting can diminish credibility and lead us towards confusion. The spacing errors that we often face through, such as the line spacing errors or the space error at the start or end of a document, which is sometimes very low and sometimes very high, or even an unaligned text, it might suggest haste, disorganization and lack of professionalism. It also reflects that the writer or the company or the employee is not that serious or committed regarding his work. So in some cases, evaluators may assume that a poorly formatted paper also contains weak or unverified content. It does not matter, the content is either very successful or great, even if the actual research is sound. Therefore, good formatting functions as an essential element of a writer's professional and committed image, which he makes and which he creates out of the thing that he gets into the form of a formatting, which is obviously in a consistent aspect of his personality and creates logical flow and structure. And another important reason to be careful about formatting is that it is the thing that helps us establish a logical flow within the ideas and the document that has been presented to us. Formatting choices like the patterns that we have used, like indentation, paragraph spacing and alignments, it subtly organizes information so readers can follow the writer's reasoning effortlessly. For example, the academic essays follow a three-part structure, which includes introduction, body, and conclusion, which is visually supported by paragraph breaks and section headings. In reports and technical documents, tables, charts, and numbered sections are used to categorize data and maintain a systematic order. Without consistent formatting, a document can appear disjointed, forcing readers to struggle to identify relationships between sections or points. Consistency also extends to style elements such as font choices and color, and using the same font throughout a document helps us maintain a sense of unity and uniformity. While consistent use of bold and italics creates a predictable visual rhythm, when each element follows a clear pattern, the reader's attention stays focused on the content instead of being distracted by irregular design choices. So basically, formatting is something that helps us understand the idea, and similarly, it helps us maintain adequate contrast between text and background that we get through with the help of any change into the format, like colors, which help reader with visual impairments. Moreover, simple choices such as avoiding overly decorative fonts or maintaining sufficient line spacing make a document easier for everyone to read. In educational institutions and workplaces committed to inclusivity, well-formatted documents reflect ethical and professional awareness of diverse reader needs. Neglecting these considerations not only reduces comprehension, but it also unintentionally excludes certain audiences. Thus, careful formatting is not merely a matter of style, but it is also a matter of accessibility and fairness. So, formatting aids in emphasis on retention of key ideas, and effective formatting helps the readers identify and remember key points. When writers use visual hierarchy, arranging elements according to their importance, they direct attention to critical information. For example, a research report might use larger font or italicized text and bullet points for summaries. These visual distinctions help the reader scan the document quickly and recall essential information later. Additionally, formatting aids comprehension when dealing with technical or data heavy content. I hope this lecture is understandable for you and you get a basic idea of what is the significance of formatting a document, and you get the significance of understanding the prestige and the ethical considerations that the communication holds in form of formatting our data. Thank you so much.